Lina isili muthikiria karibu sana mutegeri wa Weru TV. Thank you very much no tuboko ithro watanite na baturu kiriro na tuli na mheshimiwa KIRINYA MWENDA ni MCA ndene ya mbunge ya county ya Meru represent a youth lakini a youth batu kwenda kwa rireru ari omo ni Gen Z daktari senator Oburu Oginga na muyuthi uyonge wetu asifuna. You know much intro na post yeku kire Facebook na owori wate igame yochethwa ya ODM ko popularize kiama. I fail to understand bakietho by popularize hata kiama and you understand muthuro yura Kenya bena yuthai kwethwa bakiakua kabo chokanira if bakomba really kwithwa bakona kirindiki kirabena kyo.
Thank you Martin Karimi mbereburuka nkethie muthikeria narari. It's been a while I think mwaka yo ni show kwa mbere na bawe. Karibu. Nashukuru sana and of course you do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Ya kumenyethia Meru mantu era weta na Kenya political shows ira ina chu. I actually watch.
Thank you.
Tuko your gechunki was fantastic.
Asante.
That was a good one. Now only analytically speaking kana wailete siasa manya Machiavelli wa antu kabera wa uraba kwenda kuigwa tebora kubatire na mostly ya siasa biraba thithakiane uchetha na mindset ya ringi kura okona siasa baba ingi actually baita na burabu popular at that particular moment. So nende okay akwa ile ODM ni umbete uchethera na ingi Raila wengwa akraftire yo imuchetho yo Raila wengwa yura andikire nyambere yakwa
invention yake
invention yewe that no nabura kiundu ethera ronoro twero kiundu athia tanjere ile no ntumuruke yo saindi na muruke yo saindi riko. So ODM ina kuru kumwa kithirikari na kuru kungi ki mwananchi bura kwenda wikwa nonto mwananchi arenda wikwa thirikari ikiurwa mwananchi arenda wikwa utebu thirikari bibetie mwananchi arenda wikwa thirikari ikianite 2027 inyoko ithira bate kumenya no baka replacing ki thirikari no parenda tu wikwa thirikari kibati wetate kibati kwana. Therefore ODM na teka thithia kenda ithira irrelevant ni uchwa timu yele bakera babu no twende timu eba Mbandi ba Joho ba former governor wa Kakamega county Oparanya ikuo ibachwa nende itimu iriku yakara kende karia bira region yo na ODM ikuona thirikarine. Number 2 batu na atwe kenda ende patika lose ke thirikari bena timu e thirikari ne ekaretie lakini cardinal rules to ba ODM anake mwananchi na kuri no watu karia no ntuno nya mwananchi na bati wikwa sauti ya ODM kire opposition ne obacho timu ingi irane oya karae ekiche thaira mwananchi mind game yobonia batu to ODM timu ya ODM we are still together wakara ya muchiari ya family mukuru na mukuru bena na bana ende watueka ana baileva usaidi ya mukuru ana baileva usaidi na inia but it is still one family. So ke onimba elete na political wise of course mwananchi fani kuna bora mwananchi akwenda wikwa but ukaenda ku analyze siasa ukirita emotions yonende me utikandwa ODM ende wako byongo protect unte mu kama wa ODM ikwa ile siasa chekenya bora iwita ate therefore bacho team ya antu bangi na bo baraba ka ethira bakiara ki sauti ra mwananchi akwenda wita ate na rally ibe thithia na ki stronghold cheke ya makiambi kia ODM okay akwa ile ni tontu batire ya Meru. Are we together? Ni tontu batire ta Kiambu kuthithia rally ya ODM Kiambu either of the teams. Ni tontu bate ku ya tu ethere Nyandarua na Arora. Barita stronghold ku make sure. Kethira ni muntu ya Joho nontu ethirikarine agaikia timu ODM na Mombasa nontu nwe aithirikari-inĩ na ICS wa thirikari ĩrĩa ĩrĩmbi lakini arwa ODM kethia nĩ oparanya agaikia na Kakamega na ku strong direct na cabinet secretary nabo na iba ODM nabo bagaikuru opposition ku make sure that ODM popularity yo whether kibara be thirikari-inĩ na bara bate thirikari-inĩ popularity ODM irimbi and there is a conversation around ODM
so ore mheshimiwa ore na end game imbi
the end game is iya bora wona babu ende buena nini buena final game bugeta bukathithia friendly matches ku improve on yo final game kenda game ura buthite ochetha na mwisho buthira buena timu enu embi is strong na watanirite amwe at the end of the day sakozi to ODM we wiki anto iko make sure that bata lose popularity no nto iba kuona ba eta side imwe ba mwaye to thirikari-inĩ kabisa kuna araba kaunia baka lose favor thirikari don't be surprised Martin kwa tueka kinyaiba jo bakunankara ba Sifuna Mbejo ba wita achio kinini the government don't be surprised if the government money is involved in akina Sifuna na banani rally uko na
so you are saying koku ate by 2027 bakyo bari uchokanira
by 2027 ODM will be one thing I can promise you that they can rekiroria only but I can tell you but they afford ODM igaukana ya into bieli it will be one thing ikethira ina party leader umwe ikethira ina secretary general umwe ikethira nontu nini it's about the compromise
I think kato amenyerie katonete conspiracy theories nyingi sana cia kisiasa that's why mheshimiwa obagwetho kiugo
no the conspiracy theory menya sometimes bona Martin okay akwailia siasa ya Kenya except especially Raila Crafter Raila either within party we aina voices tofauti na kotuika orikana yarera Sifuna etabura akawa Sifuna no secretary general wa ODM na biu Sifuna akuwa ibyo ODM yete ate itikanirite but in the other hand no awete Ruto Njara aimuikakia Siaya amuikia Omabe amuikia Kisumu and conspiracy theory kaimanto tonete yau
so mberatre
those are things we have seen with our own eyes
so abachokaniria ate antobamya kirindi kiongwa ikiathukene bara ni supporters ba ODM actually bamukinya bati supporters ba ODM bomba kwithwa ba support either side nonto ibo support ibo support thirikari kwa support thirikari na kwa support opposition so tell me ara bakethwa ni obo tirimanira the converging point ni ata antu boba converge the kirindi giki bathiete
menya kirindi Martin kankwire ringi is just about a narrative manto ya asla na bottom up economic model was a narrative kirindi ke umaniria narrative kana kakero narrative benderua yo kenda betate bamenda while ODM crafted ni crafted Linda Mwananchi
na Linda ground
this is
the same thing
bonde abakulinda this is and people are fallen for it kethira me Linda Mwananchi kayumanate tu for example na kama tu kiko inyaka CCM this is Linda ground no ekaumania nya na UDA kana Linda Mwananchi kethira ne ODM Linda ground no kethira for example ne DCP kwa mfano ikankwaya na mifano chemo nukume these are two different narratives anto ende bachala between two narratives chia turenda baraba kulinda Mwananchi kana ibaraba kulinda baraba kulinda ground no witiki no kuelewa yatha ende me tu ethira ya DCP riwa skiza ground and DCP ni faction nyingine yakaganua ya kuwa skiza Mwananchi imenya kuina mwanya it is the same narrative
but kuna ka difference kanini
ka difference kidogo but now ODM mara funny is that bonde iba kulinda
Linda common name
Linda common name by make sure by Linda ground yambi thirikari bana bo Linda Mwananchi but bonde kira ba make it sure that ibo popularize yao the common ground yanto ba bonde ni
ODM.
Where does this leave family ya Raila? Because wateka Oburu on this side, Winnie Odinga ari nyuma ya Sifuna, I think for optics, cause ataua awards until ntamanyatha narari Kitengela Martin ntamuona.
No, she wasn't.
But where does this leave now the Odingas and the Ogingas?
Now kankoire karimi again ndakwira menya at the end of the day temethira we I am sure both of you we familiar na the world of companies kwa mfano tisa sawa uni na uwe tukaya wita tukaregister company to directors tuameta Weru TV tisa sawa no tumeoare ingi tuweta tukaregister company ingi tuameta rietorengiria Weru ni umbi
Weru FM
tuameta Weru FM no station inyayo lakini china certificate mwanya china KRA pin mwanya lakini directors no uni now na uwe it is the same thing with the Odingas sawa the other day ituonere it's a business empire, it's a family empire they are protecting one empire ya Odingas no mwanke karua ke mwananchi empire Odingas ni kwenda their hand in the government na ate baka maintain abaka igani into two different teams factions tisa sawa ituonere Winnie Odinga arari nyuma Sifuna no wari nyuma ya ina tukurage president is it the same Winnie? So now you know now she is blowing cold and hot at the same time of course I know athikiri baraba ingi bathikirite na baraba tegete barenda uyukwa Winnie Odinga ati support you kuirwa kwao but what is the reality at some point sanjua urakia why lie when you can tell the truth kitumi ubati kurongwana no uwe umare nimbi so this nini babati mbere as Odingas appointment ira ya ina ya UNEP mbere buru
babati mepinga
kaba bati kurea bageta bakaua batu as Odingas no thank you president ukuthithia boya buru utwa ukunankara wa mother ni but no thank you did they do that?
No.
In fact nani ambiriria njara chile na Winnie nya egire nya dress na atikaira aita state house baringwa bicha nini na mantu ya itate ya swept under the carpet what the president Ruto ronde akari no kakua iba by na negotiation now na ODM ukaya kuruo no ba ku negotiate no na ODM because this thing has never been public we menya na nya Winnie Odinga atike michama
no ku negotiate does it leave Ruto guilty non to kwa kuwa yeye on the script Ruto ekora kugitabura ku keep ODM busy
what I'm trying to say is this politics is a game of possibilities and I can tell you they can carry it no but in the mathomete about it so I may not have so much experience but I have read so much on politics both locally and internationally pirango kuira ne atiri mantu era ona ya ichetha o screenine batu katunenkairwa biratu bati is just a tip of the iceberg but there are a lot of things non to ruariuke ya kurua no ikiruo buru ina kwa lude akiwa iba kwa aria nau na ntukure nya bari nara rembere uwa batina ngwene eteke deputy president ya iliri barare na Mombasa uwa kwanza kiyo bakwenda sana no kuelewa meaning still o maone ati ku negotiations iwetate ikuendelea no ikiru ntukwira neck yori utrimana the Supreme Council on the neck bare utrimana Mombasa iba were the other resolution iwete kaniria kema kiendelea na negotiation na bethira bena coalition nambi na UDA meaning manto era Ruto akwaria te akende akwaria manto yao yanthu inya ODM ne confirmira truly bena rwaria tisa sawa lakini utikumenya rwaria ro no weke ODM akwaria rwaria ro no weke inya kindiki no ikiru akiwa hiyo maongezi iko mimi aendene ke rwari ru
Yep.
so bora korene ati there are a lot of things going on behind the curtains and behind the scenes na bora kwa karo is that the big boys will play their game
Yeah.
ba play game yo bora ba etikaneria is about now others to fall into that plan or fall back
Sorry.
bara bakenda fall back betende bachwe njira cio kando ira bakaumba ku sustain either siasa yo popularity na bira bakwenda maybe ethira ni itibia governor senator president and what not but I can promise you a script yandiki na kathira
So kiri league ya big boys.
Yes.
Kindiki ai league ne because looks like thai ari watine kinya bochuno ete yake no to ODM bari na bawa na okay ya kwethro ni coalition how we have seen coalitions work karimi ni ati president akauma roterero running mate okay akethro mate roterero rungi so which league is Kindiki playing
being the deputy party leader wa kiama cha UDA I am sure he is part of the conversation that is ongoing na bora korene ati Kindiki kabati kuithira very careful Kindiki na bati kuithira are assertive ke negotiations to make sure that he doesn't lose what he already has non to siasa neo kumenya ni vuta ni kuvute politics is about of course numbers will count number two politics will also be determined a lot about inya resources ira mtu kana team ira wenyo bakareta you know on the table nonto ne kuthilonka across the country nambi Martin have been a few meetings here and there na ka experience karande na kidogo inya oni as an MCA siasa nenda I investment financially speaking nonto muntu akorongo ya Martin antu baba ingeme ano bawe ngania onere ankanini nini bakureo na araura salasi onere ankanini ngaudhari ni urongo there were kwa arena itonga behind basalasi bau fund batikwenda we pronounce lakini ko mtu wita kando akona mtu na potential
akorunga kando
akunankira milioni ya nusu akunankira ngirima na ile kenda umba wita from one point to another nyoka we mathiko ake yara wita nyama thiko na yake nyoka we nyethire bikibiki wita neo we kunya mathiko na yo bikibiki every day
where the war find somewhere
ko and the fund somewhere is not really entirely about nini so muntu akarongwa wa siasa etenda resources so kenda numbers lakini numbers unachoka endo chikinyela no kinyethia message kibo you still need a huge finances so factors which play a lot and I think Kindiki ami it may not be very loud nambi but imo madhabu wa siasa nonto bora kinyire uko DP na tika are ballotine again you must also give it to him like
but you see ara kinkuona ya kati ithabunero kinyara discussion mheshimiwa is because ya ka historika nini ka twinako ka historika ni ati mtu ya Uhuru baito kethani na Raila Ruto no ethirwe kinyaga kwithwa na area aware atendo ntubu kana maybe ni untukinya ba mwatera surprise same case na Ruto baito kethani na Raila Gachagua atare bitene then this one also might be Kindiki akethirwa ikiunduine kinyawe manto yayo ndhe yekarika na ubvo ndivyo atatemo
now Martin eute conspiracy imantu tonete na kuirawa we learn from history so there is a likelihood ya uchethwa there is likelihood ya Korea uchethwa that is real politics now when we talk about real politics na burako karawani the hand of state I swear in no either na responsibility because I remember that time Ruto arira ma terirwe was not aware that Uhuru etere wa no na responsibility ya make sure the country is at peace. So therefore ira kauma and they virane aruya into bie nyangwa and they nyanga, people will remember it is during Uhuru's time that the country went to war. And I think nani we ngwae kuya ona thibura yo kara na yo chafuka non tubora ila I think ayokirie script wera other president baetate bayukakie kuma Moi kuma Kibaki kuma Uhuru okire ibara are deputy okay inya wende kwa president ya ku realize ala I must have a handshake with this fella nonto without that handshake I na half of the country on a side na ni umuthikira therefore tore ya kuithira tu na handshake then the country will go to ruins eta gethania no kinya githira gacagua nae kitinaua imbikite miteo hapa na pale unless now again because I want to feel and think Kindiki might be very different from Ruto and Gachagua. Remember Ruto na Gachagua are cut from the same cloth. Yes, ne antu by very abrasive. Ne antu wairano akaenda upush. But I see Kindiki is someone nyaga akaikuwa kukonfano kwa negotiations ikuendelea. Imtora mura you know. Yes sir. I understand. Naelewa. And I think eunio idhirite weapon wera the greatest weapon because he seems harmless. He looks very harmless. He poses no danger. Yet he's dangerous. I mean, no kuelewa. He means no danger. He looks atu kara mtu aina ambition. Ito ateo pronounce inya ambitions iriku ira
well yesterday did
ateo karaya ka yeah I understand niongo kura nende iki we demeanor na behavior we ateo karaya mtu oppose mbi ateo karaya mtu amea okira mbiriria kurwa na mudosi we and I think that's all Ruto wants. He wants someone who is completely different from him. So aunio aumbekia nonto no nyawe na komea antu baraba ODM bakariate na komea ne antu bandro na komea they are power hungry. So now either arichuria tere what if sasawa nkairietera another Gachagua in 2020 na antu bawende if they are unforgiving they can even impeach me in my second term na bako yambi na bako yeti. So what is the best thing to do is to maintain someone that looks loyal, that behaves loyalty, that eats loyalty, that sleeps loyalty. So for me, I think president may need to stick with him for that one reason. But that then, na dhiki, na to pose any threat to him.
But then again, a lot of convincing kile ODM weje baba kuwa ate hiyo kiti ya deputy ndio tunalenga sana. How
baka insist na daukara.
Yeah, because they will still insist.
They will insist of course, but then menyada ODM doesn't have much of a choice. Much of a choice in the name that but in a presidential candidate wekongwa iba ile ba kaona tu ethere side ya Gachagua na Matiang'i na Kalonzo by very clear very clear iba one of them no akauma ke akaithira MB a presidential flag bearer uona na still madhabu na ya no kuona Gachagua is looking for one to be cleared na no ikore on there nyare yako ari by the way Gachagua is posing as a presidential candidate. Uburu is very clear. I pose as a presidential candidate non to know na wikwa igo ewe. Are on top of others. No giru nyere etere US are uchoka. Awere unaona sasa nilienda tu opposition ikasambaratika na manto yange yariku. So ambere ODM ntiko na bena much of a choice. Non to batea wa presidential nini. So kinyaru to akadictate abera wabuende. I will stick with the deputy president Ureno lakini mbongele cabinet positions. Ira tu edera for example ira cheke Mount Kenya nyingi around 8 of them. No amwe kuniya kaethia 5. Akaethia 5 slots imwe ira extra koya kaikena. Aikena Nyanza region and other you know wa thirikari njo. Ndio mwanjo ba moba wete. Muntu meyo yo wa amburakia amburi wokero ochore thirikari uchora mbi so awende we karibende okay wende nukumenu kuwa nuchi thirikari ambere ndo wonchora thirikari ambere ndo bachora into bibingi sana ko wachora bunduki kulingana na
bendera
ko wachora bunduki ko wachora bendera ko wachora askari
wachora president
wachora Moi
ko wachora Moi kana president wa Itariu ende anto bakerwa describe thirikari kana chora thirikari no bachora into bimo tofauti so yo au thirikari ni mwanjo o ko no ndiro na ro anto atumumu njoo yeri au bero ibatonge bawe mtu imbieta the ende ko watonga munyiritha aurua njoo akaurua undescribe njoo were otongere we kariate akaua ithere na kamunyiritha kaitite the ungi no akaua uratongere tu ekethira ni gutu akawe gintu kicheke gikinyu ko watongere kiyala gira kiambi kenjo aka describe right itete but all of them are describing one and the same thing so I think drikari gintu kinene kibo kwatuika baga insist of which I expect them to insist non to nyake ko negotiate where are you aim at the sun so that you land on the moon so I expect them to insist non to bate we president ba kwende woro de Ruto enambi no so bida baka insist ma
deputy
igetekia deputy na mdoran kona ba front sana ibaile jo kuma coast of which laws will not accept that lakini jo no inkona kebiti nani non to resources again wanga non to resources because again like I'm telling you
no more
resources are a must you actually no factor number 1 non to kinyama sezi yetu kuira
financial muscle is very key
kinyama sezi yetu kuira sometimes baka abanyirwe mbecha na bede ate I come from Tigania West I am a witness of what money can do
mweshire very quickly non to inkona that yetu ni kuthira mtu mwe araria kagwatire itikia deputy president na kuriara bibio ODM bakwenda kiribio kirikyo whereas itiki is one of the most useless seats owe kuringana na aroriri itikia deputy president how powerful is it other than kwethirwa ati uri you know just praying for something to happen not really praying but waiting for something to happen kiri president kenda wa president the only thing tumbite kuona ni Moi well by ekuo president and then Ruto nwe well maybe madhabu yake
now bora kuri ni ati inyo waeta nokona Kenya issues icha kuambia mno ke bara some of us bara tu nya utaurana ikwithera kwina hapa na pale
urashia mingi
just in case nokole
in case way to backup stima
so,
so lakini generator
no mwaka stima ya kuura generator yari ku na inyaka tu generator watu kainya kuna solar already there so sources ya mungi
ai bote anadhiri bote nyanja generator zaitu mati na metuita bidhaa
Asa indile woi murasha beno so either way no mwanka kwithire kwina backup ni kuelewa so for that one reason getikia deputy not just for the president deputies where sometimes take either kina blessings and almost a curse the same time not to all of my deputy ulia mali kila mali lakini ende ni okabori we no to because of in case of anything enda ikirwe ntuko ingi mantelea wero wao na wa munya kethire ibathikanire akiraitu ba deliver take azimio ke president ruaremero kethire nambi
ina deputy
no kethire na president na to kwa deputy
kethire ina president
nyezi watu wazuri
so now mwesh tajetu kuthira akwenda kuria atiri you know from afar kiama kienu kia bus kinyiki kikara ya ODM nonto yaga kiatho kene ni kwari na NDC, was it NDC ama ni NG something?
Yeah.
Ida yari kanywa which you never attended.
Yes.
Na bete kaniriri bwate bakethirwa bari one term.
Yes.
Lakini rotero rungi some of the babwe MCAs to kwani buko diatana na governor areta kwa 2 term. So exactly bas i moyo kana ete moyo, where is it nonto secretary general terero turona akuthiatana na DCP.
Kiama kimoyo kiama kembaske moyo kiama kembaske intact na ibadhiri NDC which again kuna every parliament ni there na parliamentary caucus ya parties inyao na the national level na inya president Ruto agita parliamentary caucus to agree on an agenda. So NDC be kuthithia ninira bathithirie batwi parliamentary caucus was not present to discuss which side non to kuina side ya kiama ya at the national level na kuina parliamentary caucus and to be kiamene but in the parliament. So that's something that ought to have been discussed at length, because again parties sometimes do not just operate like robots. There are times kiama kibatire kwa ilinya the realities on the ground to end for confano dai governor mutumano ena, and that's one of the things that maybe failed to work during Kawira's time, because now no party would read on the same script now na Kawira nonto bwa kurea kuelewa that kwa mfano we majority leader we ukamata government business in the parliament. So na we majority leader utewitaniria tuwe na governor na manto yanke yao. So kiama gyaku we majority leader gyakwira tuwe, for example wetaniria governor ko wetaniria president, that is to tell you ingeni kaunti unonto there's almost nothing that will go on. So parliamentary caucus members ba county assembly bakuritaniria ngwe na governor mutuma up to including baraba bakuwa one term ibakuritaniria ngwe nambi. So kiama keke yakwe yakwira we karitaniria ngwe na governor, it will be very difficult nonto kiama kiongo gitina governor wo alternative ura aumbekia kwa members ba kiama kiu mirandi tu, for example baba ward fund baba mirandi nambi, so it will be very strenuous. So the point is kiama ki moyo na just like ODM buroko na yitate koi baba yake president na koi baba yao meyao a president, but the point is by kiamene kiambi kia ODM just inya batu the fact that some of us support the government especially at the county level utemeo to adhurana na thirikari non twende tutacho ya thirikari irio to 2.5 years then to yarenge miaka enge wetierelea nusu anto atu support to na bira kethea to carry them what was lost to ambiriria ringi all of a sudden ro ingi chewetate we will look very stupid on that front, and we can't. So
basi one time kaitutam
bas ikalingana akiamaba bas by na freedom ya kuamua muntu isaidi nere kwa, because we the party oni ndo 2 term thai, because now we have talked, we've had a conversation even with the governor. At some point he asked me thaiende wekirinya no kuwa tuethere barabara sentan ka eneme mponi no wako endathithia unte na mbecha, you support me fine, it is the national government etheramatic,
but even if I don't support they na right no tinkure what they na right ya kubwethirwa either the opposition kana ndio githirikari.
I want to agree with you Martin, we na right au kwa right ende ni ongo itate kwenda twariria so karaitira ndi no ake ekuambuge one time you on right ndio so equally kinya baraba kwa 2 term bena right non to twinde itukureambi itukure woti, and therefore kwa mfano in a nutshell okay awita yonto kenja market market ni wako nambi imantu kuona iya witate iya kuendelea so we equally have a right ito tigaete umena mtura kwa one time kora kwa two time and after all nte thirikari by the time jwereni ndamiringire kura ndapinga
Of course, we know.
Thank you.
Mwashika tukuthiria na Elias Mukendia thinks that ore argue from a point of naivety arua to think that these divisions within Chungwa party are pre-planned. No way. It's all about those for broad-based against one term. Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa.
Time is up.
We appreciate.
Thank you so much muthikiria turi marando turikiria